Hello, friend. Do you know what you want? Do you know what you want in your life and in your home? Those are some really big questions and kind of like almost like lifelong questions, really, because they can change over time too. But I think that they can be really challenging questions to answer. And so often when I ask people, what do you want? They really don't know. And I've been in that position myself. It really is a process to figure out what we want in our life. So I'm going to help you with that today. I have a few ideas and things that you can do to develop some insights in those areas. So the first one is to spend time with yourself. And what that could mean is, going for a walk without your phone. It could be, in the morning when you have your daily shower, some thoughts might come, and often we have a lot of insights when we're in the shower. It could be on your drive to work, just spending a little time just with your own thoughts. Any kind of physical activity is good too. Like yoga is a time when a lot of people have insights as they do a yoga practice. I do, I know for sure. Just walking, any kind of other physical activity where you can just kind of be, it probably depends on what it is, but a physical activity like dancing or just getting into your body and having time to really just think. It could be gardening, things like that. So just, we have those answers inside of us. We really do. We just need to be open to listening for those answers. And it's a process. It takes time and it takes focusing on yourself. So the second one I want to talk to you about is journaling. And I am a big fan of journaling. If you know me, you know that. so so it can be, just a daily practice of journaling. Getting your thoughts down on paper can really help you to just get those thoughts out of your head and onto the paper. And especially when you have a lot of thoughts going on, and often we have those same thoughts, on a repetitive basis. Like we could be thinking those same thoughts the next day, right? So it can be really helpful to get them on paper and then to re-examine them a little bit and maybe question them even. So a really great exercise or way of doing journaling is to think about doing automatic pages. And it's automatic writing. And it comes from Julia Cameron, who is the author of The Artist's Way. And basically what it is just writing for about 20 minutes or so and getting whatever thoughts they are in your head, getting them down onto the paper. And it doesn't matter what they are. It could be really silly, like, oh, this is such a silly exercise. I don't like doing this. Or, it could be anything really. And after a while, the more you do it, the easier it gets. And the more that your subconscious, I guess, subconscious thoughts might start to appear. And again, it's also a really good way to examine some of those thoughts that we have, right? And to think about whether they are helping us, whether they are helping us to move forward in our lives, all of those kinds of things. So journaling. So let's see. The next one is about visualization. And you probably are aware of that, doing visualization like exercises. And what that means is it's usually listening to someone's voice and they're walking you through a journey. And the journey might be something about, thinking about how you are in the future. Could be like 5 years, it could be 3 years, could be 2, could be 1, whatever it is. And thinking about, how that will be for you, looking at your younger self. There's all kinds of different visualization type exercises, and you could probably find some, I would think, on Insight Timer, which is a free app. Where there's lots of like relaxation exercises and visualization. There's just all kinds of stuff on there that you might be already aware of, but yeah, I like it a lot. So the next one is about meditation. And meditation is also, it can be tricky. I think that a lot of us right now have trouble with just being quiet and being with our own thoughts. You know, we're so tempted to always have our phones with us. If there's a ding, we need to check it, or we just feel like we need to be stimulated by something outside of ourselves. And I feel like you know, I think it's really hard for all of us, myself included at times. I do like meditation, but some days it's hard to actually be still. So it is a practice, but meditation is a great way to just learn how to relax, to be with our own thoughts, to, you know, get in a comfortable position and to really focus on the breathing and thinking about breathing in and breathing out and noticing thoughts that as they come up, there will be thoughts that come through, and just kind of watching them, let them go through. And you might wonder, you know, where did that thought come from? You might think about it afterwards. Or you could be focusing on a specific question that you have about something, a problem, like an issue that you're trying to work through. And you might think, you know, or you could be asking your ancestors for help. And that's something I often do as well. So some people think that, or some people will say that, you know, 5 minutes is enough to take that time to do a meditation. And maybe that's where you need to start if you haven't been doing that kind of a practice. But I find that I like a little bit longer, like probably 20 minutes, and or even longer if I'm in that mode of wanting to really relax. And that this kind of practice can really help you at night too. If you have trouble sleeping, you can relax. You can do the same thing in bed and just kind of get your body all relaxed and fall asleep in a really great way. So I find it really good for that as well. All right, so the next one is declutter your life and mind. You didn't think I was going to leave that one out, did you? So I really think it's a really great practice to be sorting, organizing, decluttering on an ongoing basis. It doesn't have to be every day, but, you know, it could be like a weekly thing. And it really helps you to have a clear mind. It helps you to know yourself better. It might help you to know what you want in your home. It helps you, and it helps you to know what you want in your life too. Physical clutter is actually a mirror to emotional clutter, and vice versa, I guess it could be, you know. And so there's so many layers and so much to examine with working on your stuff. And you know, it can really help you to, you know, move forward in your life when you do some work like that. Like if you, let's say you are having an emotional crisis in a way, there's something that's really on your mind, it's really bothering you, and you don't know how to move forward, and you feel like you can't even do anything. Can't do any writing. You just don't feel like doing anything because you're feeling so maybe upset or stuck or you know, sad about the situation. Then go and declutter something. I know you might have to push yourself to do it, but go and, you know, clean out a drawer or a cupboard or something. And you'd be surprised at how that can help you to think through the problem maybe and come up with a solution. Anyway, it's worth a try, right? So, and the last one is just knowing what you want. And, you know, it can be hard to know what you want, but the more you focus on you, taking time for yourself, honoring yourself, self-care, and taking the time to, you know, do some writing or to just be with yourself. These are the ways that we grow and we start to trust ourselves. And and having a daily practice of something. And I talked about that actually in my email that I send out weekly. And I sent it out this past Monday about daily practice. So if you're not on my email list, get on my list. And I send out, like, every Monday morning, you'll get an inspiration, motivation, something that helps you to set the tone for your week. And, you know, I hope to inspire you to take action. So it's a really great way to start your week. So if you have any comments or any questions, please answer below and I'd be happy to answer them. All right, happy decluttering and bye for now.